Who was Cleopatra? Was she the seductive siren of legend or a shrewd political strategist of her time? Let's take a step back in time to unravel the enigma of Cleopatra. Born to the royal family of Ptolemy in 69 BC, Cleopatra was destined for greatness from the start. Her upbringing was steeped in the richness of Egyptian culture and politics, a world where she would eventually reign as the last queen of ancient Egypt. But Cleopatra was not just royalty, she was a prodigy. Her intelligence was unparalleled, and her linguistic prowess was extraordinary. Fluent in 9 languages, she could communicate with her subjects and allies alike, a unique skill that set her apart from her predecessors. The geopolitical landscape of Cleopatra's time was fraught with challenges. The Roman Empire was on the rise, casting a shadow over Egypt. Yet Cleopatra stood firm, vowing to keep her country standing. Cleopatra's early life foreshadowed the influential queen she would become, but what sparked her transformation into the ruler of an empire? Ascended to the throne at a tender age of 18, Cleopatra's reign was anything but ordinary. Thrust into power in a world dominated by men, she was co-ruler with her younger brother Ptolemy XIV, as was customary in the Ptolemaic dynasty. However, the sibling rivalry was far from harmonious, leading to a civil war that eventually saw Cleopatra exiled. But Cleopatra was not one to accept defeat. In a move that showcased her political acumen, she cunningly returned to power. She had herself smuggled into Julius Caesar's palace, rolled in a carpet, and when unrolled, she used her charm to win his support. This was a daring and risky move, but it paid off, leading to the dethroning of her brother and her reinstatement as the Queen of Egypt. Her alliance with Caesar was not just a political maneuver, it was also personal. The two shared a bond that went beyond politics, resulting in the birth of their son, Caesarion. This alliance with Rome was a game-changer for Egypt, providing the country with a powerful ally and giving Cleopatra a chance to strengthen her position both at home and abroad. Cleopatra was a shrewd politician, using her intelligence and charm to navigate through the treacherous waters of politics. She knew that alliances were crucial for her survival and the survival of her kingdom. She knew that she had to play the game, and she played it well. But it wasn't all about politics for Cleopatra. She was also a patron of the arts, a scholar, and a naval commander. She was a woman of many talents, and she used these talents to her advantage, further cementing her position as one of the most powerful women in history. Cleopatra's alliance with Rome was strategic, but it was her relationship with another Roman that would seal her fate. Her story is one of power, passion, and tragedy, a story that continues to captivate us, even to this day. Cleopatra, the queen who captured the hearts of the most powerful men of her time. This was especially true for Mark Antony, a Roman triumvir, who became entangled in a romantic and political alliance with Cleopatra that would shape the future of the ancient world. Although Cleopatra had first aligned herself with Julius Caesar after his assassination in 44 BC, she set her sights on Mark Antony. Their relationship began as a political alliance, with Antony seeking Cleopatra's wealth to support his military campaigns, and Cleopatra seeking Antony's power to protect Egypt from Rome. Yet the lines between politics and passion soon blurred, and their alliance blossomed into a love affair that was as intense as it was tumultuous. Together, Cleopatra and Antony ruled over Egypt and much of the Roman East, creating a combined political power that hadn't been seen before. They lived in Alexandria, where they embraced a lavish lifestyle, threw extravagant parties, and even formed their own drinking club, the Inimitable Livers. However, their reign was not without opposition. Back in Rome, Antony's fellow triumvir Octavian was plotting against them. He capitalized on the Romans' distrust of Eastern influences and portrayed Antony as a man bewitched by the Egyptian queen, thus betraying Rome. This led to the famous Battle of Actium in 31 BC, where Octavian's forces clashed with those of Antony and Cleopatra. The battle was a decisive victory for Octavian. Antony and Cleopatra fled back to Egypt, their dreams of ruling the Roman East shattered. The following year, as Octavian's forces closed in on Alexandria, Antony took his own life, believing falsely that Cleopatra was already dead. Cleopatra, heartbroken and out of options, followed suit, marking the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The queen and her Roman ally were a formidable force, but even they couldn't stand against the might of Rome. Their love story, intertwined with politics and war, continues to captivate us, reminding us of a time when a queen and her lover dared to challenge the most powerful empire the world had ever seen. The final act of Cleopatra's life is as dramatic as her reign. The sands of time were shifting quickly, and the once powerful kingdom of Egypt was teetering on the edge of a precipice. The Roman Empire, an unstoppable force, was closing in, and the fall of Egypt was imminent. The death of Mark Antony, Cleopatra's lover and ally, was a devastating blow. Antony, who had once been a formidable force in the political landscape, found himself outmaneuvered by his rival Octavian. Caught between his loyalty to Egypt and his duties to Rome, Antony's world crumbled, leading to his tragic end. With Antony's death, Cleopatra was left alone to face the encroaching Roman forces. Yet, even in her darkest hours, she remained undeterred, a testament to her indomitable spirit. But the odds were insurmountable. Egypt, once a beacon of civilization, culture, and power, was reduced to a province of Rome. Cleopatra's end was as dramatic as her life. Refusing to be paraded as a trophy of war by Octavian, she chose death over dishonor. The queen, known for her intelligence, charm, and determination, met her tragic end, leaving behind a legacy that would echo through the ages. The fall of Egypt marked the end of the Ptolemaic kingdom, and with it, the end of an era. The world had lost one of its most dynamic leaders, a woman who had defied the norms and dared to challenge the might of Rome. Yet despite the dramatic fall, Cleopatra's legacy endured. Her life, filled with political intrigue, passionate love affairs, and a relentless pursuit of power, continues to captivate us. She stands as an icon of female power and resilience, a symbol of an era when women could rule nations and challenge empires. Cleopatra's death marked the end of an era, yet her life continues to fascinate us more than 2 millennia later. Her story is a testament to the power of intelligence, charm, and sheer will in the face of overwhelming odds.